That's very nice. Who was that?
A band called The Bench Connections. A guy called Matt Dayton, who at one time stood in for Noel Gallagher as an Oasis stand-in.
Nice song. Rightly? Terrible name. Bench Connection. That's a terrible name. It's almost as bad as Spandau Ballet, which
brings me nicely on to my next guest.
Tony Hadley. Tony, how are you? Well, can we put everyone out?
Mate.
Everyone at home is in suspense here. Let's put him out of the misery. He is not, not wearing leather trousers.
I've got to tell you, the leather trousers were stacked under the clean jeans. Oh. And when I looked in the cupboard, I thought, I'll put a nice pair of clean jeans on to come see Jonathan.
Yes, nice.
And I nearly went for the leather, but I decided not to.
You were tempted, you didn't go for them?
I was tempted. I didn't want to see if they fit anymore.
I have a pair, Tony, of course. Right? Mine live in a separate door, away from normal clothing, so I'm not tempted. And then I have to make a special journey to it, you know what I mean? And then you're committed, you know, but you can so accidentally just slip into them, can't you? Thinking,
I'm waiting for them to come back in fashion again, you know what I mean? They're not really in, are they, leather trousers?
Were they ever really in, though? I don't know, were they? I mean, we all wore them.
They were in the glorious 80s.
No, I tell you, the favourite clothes I used to see you guys in, because I really loved Spandau Ballet.
Yeah.
I really always loved the sound of your voice. I like the music you guys made, but I love the images that you put together as well. It was that kind of,
fanciful.
In a way, the last hooray for dandyism, really, wasn't it? It was that last...
It was, actually, yeah. I mean, to be honest, it's really weird, you know, because people talk about, you know, the 80s, and people keep on talking about, it keeps coming back. I don't know if it's ever been away or is ever coming back. I'm not sure. But the thing is that it was the last... You know, if you look at rock and roll and stuff, it was the last period of music where people used to walk along the street and I'd walk along looking like a dandy, and it would stop people in their tracks.
And you were recognisably part of some kind of a movement, some kind of a grouping. It was
exactly.
A clear way. Now, kind of anything
Nothing
goes.
Matters.
Really, yeah.
Nothing matters. I mean, you know, it just, you can wear anything you want. No one bats an eyelid, and the parents now, which is myself and you. I mean, my kids are all growing up. Got a new one, 7 weeks old. But
hey, congratulations!
I know, little Zara.
Well done.
She's a little puppet. So
how are you finding that? Because I was tempted by another one, but then I went out sledging this week, and I was very hard at work getting up the hill. I thought, that's it. I can't have any more. I can't go chasing after little ones much longer.
You can't do that.
No, I haven't got the strength.
You still got to play football. You still got to go on a run and everything. No, she's absolutely gorgeous, and all the kids are great. They're all superb. But you know, it's a weird one. You know, my kids now, whatever they do doesn't shock me.
Yeah. Which is a shame for them, really.
I mean, I remember going to an Iggy Pop concert when I was like sort of 17. I just dyed my hair like Auburn orange kind of thing, and went past the sort of kitchen doors, see Mum and Dad, and I always normally went in and give Mum a hug and tell my Dad a hug and that. And all of a sudden she thought something's wrong, and she's caught me going out the door with bright orange hair, and she's chased me down the street. She wasn't happy. But I wouldn't say chase, but she wasn't happy.
Boys
and
didn't
she
do
was
that
very
sort of
upset. But you know, but now if
did you intend it to be orange, or were you hoping for blonde and you washed it off too soon?
I think you're probably right.
Because that's what happened to me when I went to see Bowie in the Serious Moonlight tour. I thought, I'm going to dye it blonde. Everyone think it's Bowie walking in. Washed it out too soon. It was ginger. I looked like Tintin, which wasn't the desired effect. But you know, I'm sure if people were, though, you know, part of the impact that you guys had was the fact that you did it as a group, and there was a kind of small grouping that grew up around you. It wasn't a hell of a lot of people, but it was enough to feel like some sort of a movement. And I think that's the thing as well. Now, I mean, there are groupings like that. I mean, there's this whole emo thing going on at the moment, which is...
I like this My Chemical Romance. I like that.
Romance,
my 16-year-old Mackie loves it, absolutely loves it, and I think I'm all trendy now.
Yeah, you got to listen to it. Do you have to listen to it in the car though?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Tony,
I've got Blink 182 and sort of, you know, Queens of the Stone Age on it. It's great.
Two dads, and that's what? It's rubbish, isn't it? Come on. My Chemical Romance is rubbish, isn't it?
I like it.
Tony!
I like it.
Tony, you don't have to... Look, your kids aren't... your kids aren't listening to this.
I'm not trying to be trendy. The thing is, me and you grew up with punk and all that kind of stuff, so we like all that sort of rock and roll stuff. So all this, you know, like, if you listen to a lot of the stuff now, it's like, it just reminds me of when I was 16, 17, so I
was taking my kids into school, and if it's fair weather, we walk, and if it's really horrible, we drive, and I was driving up there, and even though it's only 2.5 minutes away, she'll bang the iPod, she'll try and play something immediately, you know, when you're that... you love the music. And it was some song about a woman on her way to commit suicide off a cliff, and she met a man, he talked about the suicide, and he said, I know what you're going through because I'd come here to commit suicide. I said, what's this first thing in the morning?
Happy song.
That's what they like to listen to.
I know, it's all that kind of distressing stuff, isn't it?
Well, at least we were singing.
How you been anyway? All right?
I'm very well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, that's all right. I just wanted to know. You know?
It's like with the school gate. And I'll tell you another thing, that immigration policy.
Hey, I'll tell you what, talking about 80s, I hope those, what do you call them, leggings? I hope they don't come back because you used to go to
On
school,
ladies or men?
on the well, either really.
Because you've worn everything over the years.
I've worn absolutely everything. You used to go to the school gates and there'd be the woman with the curlers in her hair and a pair of leggings. Horrible, and a fag. It's horrible.
No, I miss
It's
those
not nice.
days. I like the idea of fags and curlers coming back.
Fags, curlers, and leggings.
And maybe for the women as well.
Did you watch that Life on Mars?
I loved it.
It's brilliant. It's
back
coming
this
back.
week, yeah.
I've got to say, best programme on TV. Love it.
Because we're dads. That's why
I know.
It's made for dads.
And it's like it's so politically incorrect, and the old full Granadas and stuff.
I bet you like a Steven Seagal movie in the evening as well sometimes.
Of course I do.
Of course you do.
Of course I do.
That's what I was saying to my wife as I made her watch Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme for the fourth time in as many years the other night. I said, you can't watch this too often.
Yes, you can.
It's Jean-Claude Van Damme. Now sit down and be quiet. I'll take the tape off later. Watch it. All right, so Tony's back. He's got a new album out and we've got a single to play from it. And this is the one we were playing earlier. Is it all... It's not all covers, or is it?
Apart from 2 new songs, Lisa Love and Star.
And these are written by you with whom?
One with Paul Moran and one with John Galway.
But now I notice you're going more. It's not swing as such, but you're going for those kind of classic songs the rest of the time.
Well, I mean, everyone's done the Sinatra thing, you know. That was the whole thing about it. And I didn't want to go down that route. I mean, we've had Westlife and Robbie and everything. Yeah. And I mean, I've always been as much as a fan of Sinatra's, but you know, people like Jack Jones, Mel Torme, Tony Bennett. Yeah. The title track's Passing Strangers.
The great male singers, really, yeah.
I mean, the title track's Passing Strangers, which is Billy Eckstine and Sarah Vaughan. Right. I don't know how many people are aware of that song, but it's a beautiful song. So I've just tried to put a collection of great songs together.
You've got the kind of voice that suits these songs as well, though. You always had a voice which I always thought worked very well with Spandau because it was kind of... Yeah. It was a different take on it. It wasn't like rock and roll in a way. It was a sort of amalgam of dance music with that Bowie influence.
Yeah,
and of course your voice
so.
lent itself very well to that, I thought. But this suits you as well, I think.
This suits me down there. I mean, it's an album I've wanted to make for many years and I put off so many times. And then halfway through the tour, just before Christmas, out at the 15-band tour, they then asked me to come and be Billy Flynn in Chicago. So it's like unbelievable.
Are you on stage with that at the moment?
Yeah, I'm on it at 3 o'clock.
Oh my!
So don't be too long, will you?
No. That must be great though. Keeping the weight off on that every night.
I know. But it's.
You do any cat dancing?
No. Oh. The dance stuff has been restricted to movement. At 6'4" and 17 stone, you don't want to see me prancing.
If he turns around too suddenly, so you know the girls will all be dead, won't they? It's like,
I can't tell you, the guys.
The Czechoslovakian girl will be hung early.
You've seen it too.
Oh, so I was dragged along. I'm not a fan of Chicago, I'll be honest.
Do you not
with you.
like it?
I know people love it. I like it's a bit too kind of knowing for me. I like musicals which don't have that knowingness about what they are, you know what I mean? But I appreciate it's got some fabulous songs in it and it's got some great numbers. And I know it's a live experience, which is why it's won for so long. It's deservedly popular. It just doesn't ring my bell. I like kind of like slightly, you know, in a way, more traditional musicals. Meet me in St. Louis, I'm there. You know what I'm saying?
But I've got to say, I'm having a great time. I wish I'd never brought it up now.
No, I'm glad you did. You don't get to wear leather trousers on stage there, right?
I don't wear but I get to wear a nice dinner jacket with bow tie, 1920s and everything, made to measure, super duper.
Do you find that you get fans, your fans, come along just to see you in Chicago as well as Chicago fans?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you get Chicago fans who are coming to see the new Billy Flynn. Ian Kelsey was in it before.
So they like to kind of collect the set almost.
Yeah, exactly, and they like to sort of compare notes. And then you've got the sort of Tony Hadley fans and the Spandau fans who just want to come and see me anyway. And then they realise, wow, this is good. I know you don't like it, but they like it.
I do quite like it. Don't pick on me. Hey, because do you have Razzle Dazzle? You have Razzle Dazzle.
I do Razzle Dazzle. That's where I'm the sort of magician.
Give them the old Razzle Dazzle. We've made it into a pub song. We've accidentally made it into a poem. Come on, son.
Yeah, you know you can do it.
All right, let's hear a track from Tony's new album. It's called Passing Strangers. What was the one you played earlier?
Wives and Lovers.
Wives and Lovers, which is a great. And this was Andy Williams originally.
No, Jack Jones.
Jack Jones, 1966. Okay. Lyrically, politically incorrect.
Yeah, very politically.
But aren't they always the best songs?
I don't care.
No, I think it's right. A wife should be a lover.
Absolutely. Take those curlers off.
Let's see that thong. Would it break your heart?
Put a bit of makeup on, take the leggings off. Go on.
I'm ready.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's got me ready. Tony Hadley's got me in the mood. And it's not the first time I've said that out loud. I don't mind you.
It's not, is it?
It really isn't. There must be, when you're making an album like this, I guess part of the problem isn't what you put on it, it's what you don't put on it, because there's so many songs.
There's so many great songs
on
there.
That period in particular.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could make the sort of swing album part 2. I might make a big orchestral album next.
That sounded like you had a pretty big orchestra with you there.
Yeah, we've got London Symphony Orchestra strings, about 17 of the finest swing players in the UK. I mean, you know, we worked really hard on it, and brought it out on my own label and done a joint venture with Curb Records. So it's which a lot of people seem to be doing these days. So
yeah, well, that seems to be the way forward, especially if you want to do something which is more personal to you, or a lot which isn't just.
I kept putting this album off and putting it. In the end, come on, Tone, 25 years in the business, do what you want to do.
Yeah,
and so I've made this, really happy with it. Everything's quite tickety-boo at the moment, actually. I can't complain.
It's not a phrase you hear often. Everything's quite tickety-boo. I like hearing that. This is nice. This is
Charlie Big Potatoes, as they say.
Yeah. So Wives and Lovers, and that's going to be the single from this as well. And you said it's Curb because people can get it online as well, I guess. That seems to be the way these things go as well.
Yeah, you get it online or HMV Virgin and Amazon Townsend.
So you get it in all the shops, is that
independent record shops and all that sort. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, we're two independent companies, excuse me, that have joined forces. So, for us, it's a kind of big venture.
I like the cover. It's got a picture of you in London, I guess, and it's a shot from the post on the wall that says Hadley. Were you gigging that night, or was that added?
No, we added that with a bit of computer thingamybobs. I just wanted, because everyone does, I didn't want the kind of schmaltzy picture of me with loads of makeup.
Here you go. This would be the picture normally. It would be a dinner jacket on, maybe over your shoulder. You're
exactly,
leaving
with the tie loose and
leaving
all
a
that
casino at 4 a.m.
It's cliched old rubbish, isn't it?
I know, that was my idea. I was pitching.
So
it'd be a bit nicer about it.
It's rubbish. It's still rubbish. So I wanted the London bus in it, and I just something that was a bit kind of London, and not go for that kind of New York cheesy kind of thing.
Tony. London buses, right?
I like London buses.
Yeah, but
I don't like those bendy ones.
Yes,
though.
Exactly.
Whoever was that, Ken?
Of course
Livingston.
it was. Ken
That's
Livingston.
the most stupid idea.
We've only got to look at his face to know he's stupid. He's got stupid face.
I can't believe. Right, you're going along, and we want to put less traffic on the road.
So
right?
what do you do? Make a longer bus.
We make a double length bus. It's stupid.
Could be me speaking to myself here.
You could be.
Let's run for Parliament together.
Absolutely. Let's run for mayor.
We'll go on the Ross and Hadley ticket. Okay. We'll bring back kilts. All right,
bring back kilts. Bring back.
White European dance music.
Yeah,
as I believe Spandau was described back then.
Craft work. When I was serious in those videos, though, I was such a serious young fella.
Well, you had to be, because otherwise you'd have been laughing.
But I wasn't. When I got off camera, I wasn't.
I saw Tony on stage. We got to go. In a band called the Makers.
Makers at the Pindra Wakefield. Yeah, I was talking about
wasn't
that.
No, I saw it at the Stoke Newington, Rochester Castle.
Oh, Rochester Castle.
Oh, those were the days.
Glory days.
I know you at home would rather we went on like this for hours, but sadly we
have to go.
We have to leave you. Tony's album is out now. Get yourself a copy if you can. It's called Passing Strangers. That's Mr. Tony Hadley. Ask me my name. Lovely to see you again.
And I'll see you at the theatre tonight,
He's
darling.
on stage in Chicago this evening. Join us next week if you can. Thanks for listening this week. 88 to 91 FM. This is Radio 2 from the BBC.